Hey there, everybody. Yeah, sorry for the delays the past few days. It's been a bit crazy. Yeah, a lot of I'm balancing a lot of projects right now, and they all just kind of stack up unexpectedly. Yeah, crazy life. Yeah, working on that right now. Feel like the balancing is a bit off currently. You know, yeah, but definitely one day. Um, I think it'll be my finest work yet. But yeah, let's see. Let's okay, so I'm gonna close that. Let's open things up. Okay. Hmm, okay. So yeah, the okay. Oh, what happened yesterday? It's all good. Basically, I thought I had finished something, but there was stuff unexpectedly fell apart very last second, and I just kept thinking like, okay, it's a quick fix, and then I was like, this isn't going to be a quick fix. So yeah, so sorry about that. This is really the consequence of me not releasing enough games, you know, and because of that, I have to spend a lot of my time working on other projects. Some of them are very fun and cool, so I don't necessarily regret working on them. But it is, every every path in life has its own costs and opportunities. And yesterday was a day where we experienced some of the costs. But hopefully, we're going to make up for that. I made sure to have time for a 3 hour stream today. We're streaming for the next 2 hours and 56 minutes. And yeah, we're going to hopefully make some cool superpower stuff. Just did Clementine break anything? Uh, hmm, let's see. I know that is a joke question, but I remember Clementine being the buggiest thing to make. Like the amount of weird bugs I had to try to get him to fly around without breaking stuff. Granted, it probably is not as difficult now that I have some more experience in that area. Okay, let's okay, running that. Nice, nice. Look at that. Just in case, just so you remember the city that we have with some quality skyline stuff. Let's see. Mhm. Sorry. It's just nice to see the city and like it's closer to final form every once in a while. You know, the just exciting. In 5 to 3 years' time, do you think I will marry my beautiful girlfriend? Um, yeah, I might even be sooner than that. We've already been dating for almost 2 years. So might be more in the 2 to 3 range if I'm lucky. But I think at the end of the day, that's always kind of the trajectory that you hope for. Um, and I guess I'm just taking it one day at a time. But the direction I'm wanting to go is, yeah, spend the rest of my life with her. I heavily agree, Zone. I yeah, I think I'm lucky to date the most beautiful woman in the world. So, sorry to everyone else. It's just unfortunately the reality of things. Hey there, Speedy. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I'm just zooming around. Okay, so let's start working on some of the power. So assets. Okay, I made a mistake. API disabled. Hmm. Don't really know what's going on with that. API disabled. An RCC channel. Hmm. Okay, but pretty much, yeah. Wait a second. What's going on with this? Okay, I was like, this doesn't look right. Okay. But let's check out. So we're gonna go into shared, and then we're gonna check out these things. So, this is intense. hmm when I take your place, will I automatically get your girlfriend? Unfortunately, no. To Yeah, she is not available at this time. Um, let's see. Hey, awesome. Glad to hear, Trey. I hope you have a good time with that. I know there's been a lot of really cool, scripted story, like fan stuff. So it's good to know that people are still making that, even though the game hasn't, gotten the most updates. Okay, so this is going all right. Okay, so now, okay, so we have actions. If I remember correctly, we bundled them all up into these different layered things. So made, give task, nice. Okay, so that's it's going pretty good. Let's do some other ones. Let's see. I guess we should probably do something with the hitboxes. You know, action util. Okay, so we have. Hmm, not sure I like impacts data. I feel like that's overcomplicating stuff a bit. Okay, so effects data. Same thing with that. Though I guess it would be nice to have all of that kind of wrapped together. Hmm. Okay, so function. Okay, so action util action data. Nation data, sound data, handle data. Let's not do that now. No need to overcomplicate things. One thing that is a bit, of a headache at the moment is the fact that we don't really have the. I guess we should just assume it's all client side for the most part, and we can just send the sort of results. So export type. Let's see, what would it be? Hitbox data. Okay, so let's just call it that. I like having these later, but since I don't really have them fleshed out now, I'm not going to define them now. So hitbox data. So this we will have, let's see, or, origin, C-frame, or PV instance. Offset, C-frame, size, vector 3. Okay, so this should allow us to do some cool stuff. So what we're going to do with this is try to we're going to try to define the hitbox in a way which allows us to which allows us to actually see if people are hitting, and then add something for it if on hit. We can have that. So like on hit. Yeah, the let's see. Do I remember your age? Not off the top of my head. Somewhere, he's teenager, somewhere. Um, let's see. How am I, Speedy? Yeah, I'm doing all right. I guess pretty busy. Oh, you're one. You're number one. Okay. Yeah. I think I can't deny that. We don't know necessarily what's being ranked, but I do think you're number one in it. Okay. Let's see. I appreciate it, Speedy. Yeah, it's good to know that my community has enough creative people to buy me some time to make a better game. Hitbox data.new. Okay, so okay, so that seems about right. So texture data actually should be no. Scale is not compatible. If scale, then scale else. Why not? Oh, it's because it needs to be a vector 3.1. Okay. So that makes more sense. Okay. Enum.animation priority action, or if loop is looped, if it is looped equals nil, then false, else. Because the thing is, if I just do the if statement, okay, so we can actually we can shorten this a bit here to this. Okay, and hey, you haven't attended Junwa? What powers are completed? Ooh, are you in for a disappointment? Yeah, right now it's just the sword. But let me show you. But there is a cool side to it. I'll show you in just a second. Yeah, I see. Okay. Yeah, let's see. So yeah, the so is looped. Okay, so if is looped, then looped else false, or one, or zero. I guess attachment type shouldn't need to be one. Let's see, handle data attachment type. Okay, so we're just going through right now and modifying it so that the functions themselves will. Why is it yelling at me? No, wait, I did the wrong one. Handle data, it's sound data where the attachment type should be nullable. All right, but yeah, so but chill. If you're still here, apologies if I. Oh, Madeline Martinez, I appreciate it. Thank you. I do like seeing people sub, but at the end of the day, I'm not really trying to be a streamer or like anything like that. It's more just I like making stuff, and it's taken me a long time to make stuff, and so I would love to just something for the community to check in and be like, okay, what's he doing now? But yeah, so that's pretty much it. So if looped, I don't know why it made all these variables. Honestly, I am starting to feel a little bit of a. I've been using, let's see, not autopilot, Copilot for the last week or two, and there are some projects where it really speeds me up, and then there are some where that is not the case. Um, so yeah, okay. So if data dot, okay, so data dot template. Sometimes it just kind of makes garbage very quickly. Yeah, the what's going on? Okay, Morpheus, what? Sure, I'll take the risk on this one. Though to my mods, if this goes badly, I do very much apologize and will learn my lesson. But I have a good feeling that a person who's just there to troll is not just going to misbehave. So Um, Morpheus, what's your Discord account? All right. So I'm gonna guess that they're hacked, and if they did say that and weren't hacked and are lying, that's not good. But hopefully this means they've learned and regret their actions. Oh, so what's special about the sword? Yeah, sorry, Joe. What's special about the sword is that I'm able to deploy it with just this much code, basically. With just where basically I have the entire system running like a fine-oiled machine, and it should allow me. The reason I'm doing all this work, um, if the delay is over 0. Okay. The reason I'm doing all this work is because I want to be able to layer it with other things. So the sword right now, so check this out. So we have a sword, which we can actually demo with just by pressing this. And you can see it actually spawns it in their hand and then just plays it. And the entire thing is actually, um, yeah. So Morpheus, I can unban you. Just put your username and promise that you won't share your passwords again. Okay. So the okay. So if you check this out, the the sword here that will work when you're flying. That will work anywhere. And in fact, it actually spawns it in their hand. It's not even a tool. It's literally all I have to do for the sword to work is I just call a function, pass in the character, pass in a target. Though honestly, I don't know if that'll be too handy right here. Um, and then pass a what it's supposed to do when it hits. You know, like and I think that's pretty cool. I don't. His friend does sound pretty annoying, so I don't blame him. Um, but yeah, Morpheus, please post your Discord account name and I'll get you unbanned. Thank you, Chill. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with it. And that's basically what we're going to be doing today. We're going to, and it actually makes modifying stuff pretty easy. For example, what's another one of the, okay, well, let's first start by finishing up the hitbox, where, so let's see, so util action, so let's see, so util, we had a hitbox data somewhere. There it was, okay. Um, so let's do function util hitbox data from melee character. So we're actually going to make a little function here which returns it based on the character, the the range, I guess like added handle range, and the added handle, let's see, like vertical size or something. Or let's see, what would be a good, how about just size? Hmm. I think I might be overthinking this a bit. All right, so let's just first we're gonna get okay. So let's get the hitbox data, and okay, so local hitbox data is equal to. No, I appreciate it, Jill. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, so action util dot. Okay, that works. That works all right. Where's the humanoid util? Okay. Uh, character offset cframe dot new. Hmm. Let's see. How do we get the scale of the character? Because because that's something we need to do with the sword, isn't it? Um, hmm, okay, yeah, because we'd want to get the character scale somehow. Okay, well, we'll pass that along as a number. It's not ideal, but that's just how it goes sometimes. So scale one, okay. Hello. We don't really do that here. We'll make you something fun that you can play for free, but we're not gonna, yeah, that's not necessarily how this works. Uh, yeah, we will. In fact, the apartments will now be spread across a few different regions. For example, if you look at these, okay, so the apartments will be in this building, and this building. So all three of these will have like sort of apartment regions inside that you can build your base in. So yeah, we're going to be working on that. That probably won't be something we work on for a while, just because we have the characters and power customization stuff to do first. But keep an eye out for that because we're going to definitely do that eventually. Let's see. All right, so vector 3.1. Okay, that's looking good. So now we go back to the sword. Um, what's interesting news to hear? Well, yeah, no, what interesting news? Yeah, I hope so. It's been a long time since Superhero Life 2 had interesting news, so we want to, yeah, we want to really make this a worthwhile update for people. Can you add grenades? Probably. Admittedly, it's easier to do stuff like guns because even arcs are a lot more deterministic. Um, but grenades aren't impossible by any means. It's just, probably not something we'll prioritize just because it causes some headaches. But yeah, once we get the game out to a minimum level, we'll start doing sort of like weekly power ideas and stuff like that. Um, um, uh, so So Superhero Life 3, either the apartments will transfer or you will get fully refunded to your, like to the point where it'll feel like an investment opportunity. Like to the, you'll be refunded with in-game credits for that. So we're going to make sure everyone who purchased into the old game feels like a king or queen or, non-binary, we want to make sure everyone feels like royalty. I was put it that way. That's easier. And anyone who didn't, they'll just be like, oh, dang, I wish I'd bought stuff in the old version of the game. Um, hey there, heroes. How's it going? So I'm not necessarily pursuing realism exactly, more just I want it to feel good. Like it should feel impactful. It doesn't necessarily got to be like a real grenade. Like we're not necessarily gonna have like a pin flying off it or something. Well, I regularly have major headaches caused by my own code, but I guess maybe that is growing my brain over time. I'd like to think it is. That's what a headache is. It's my brain growing. Hey there, Spivaz. Thank you for stopping by. Right now, we are making this person, you know, attack that person with a sword. Okay, so private func. Okay, local render hitbox. Um, okay, so action util. So we'll put this up here instead. Render hitbox equals run service. Okay, I need to import that. Run service is studio and false. Because basically we never want this to be on, uh, yeah, we never want this to be on in a live game, but we also want to be able to turn it on and off on our end. I do think, well, I'm open to having like customizable sound to an extent, but it'll be from like pre-proven, sound things. That's the plan, at least. Like you wouldn't necessarily just be able to have like a quack sound. Though, having a few funny ones in there aren't necessarily a bad idea. One person's funny joke character can sometimes ruin another person's, sense of immersion. So I don't know. I don't want to venture too much into that area until we have private servers really running, or custom servers, not necessarily private ones. So should render hitbox. Uh, let's also import the draw package if we haven't already. Package draw. And then handle data, fires. Where did I put the hitbox data? There it is. Okay. Function, util, hitbox data, fire. Wrong link. Okay. Hmm, okay. Character data, hitbox data. I guess we should have like an on hit, and we should have a function that cleans it up. And so this, no, we're not going to do that necessarily. Well, hmm, get pivot. Okay, so I think obviously the hitbox should be red, right? Like that's clearly like a you make this red. Okay, so if render then else one. Let's see what else. The statue should not be frozen. I don't know if I want a statue to be. I want to be in the game, but I don't want to necessarily just be a statue, I'm not some fancy, amazing person who needs to be monumentalized. And also, I feel like making a statue of myself is just not the way to do it. Like, I wouldn't say no to someone else making a statue of me. I think that'd be, it'd be honoring. Um, I don't know if I'd want to do it just, just for anybody. Mhm. Yeah, I guess depends on who and why, why they would make the statue. Okay, so should render hitbox 0.5, made, box C frame, untouched. If is descended from origin, if origin is not equal to C frame, and okay, so now untouched, hitbox untouched, connect. Okay, so we've connected that. Also, why do we need to separate that out? That's silly. We're only doing that once. Okay, and I think, let's actually move this over to the parented at the end. Okay, so that looks pretty good to me. All right. Well, let's remove the weird. I don't know why it insists on doing like these secondary variables. I don't like that. I don't like that. I just wanted to read directly from the property. I know that's good if you're expecting to like change stuff, and I probably will change some things. Like it's not going to be a zero regret thing, but it just makes it so much harder to read, in my opinion. Um, yep, the project is remaking all three of them, though prioritizing Superhero Life 2 because that's the favorite. Let's see. Okay, so made action util hitbox data fire. All right, so made hitbox data fire character data. So we have hitbox data going in there. Why is it yelling at me? It has three arguments, but only two are provided. Oh, then the actual function. Hmm. Do we really need like some elaborate on hit? Okay, hit base part. Why is he yelling at me? Oh, I put it in the wrong. Why is it yelling at me? I'm just a little guy. What? It wouldn't yell at me. It's my birthday. It's my I have glasses. Why would it yell at me? I'm just a little guy. It is not actually my birthday. Apologies if that confused anyone. Okay, so we have on hit. Will the remake have animations like kneeling before and also possible flips, ragdoll crouching? Ragdoll is something I want to add. My birthday is in December. I don't know. It feels weird like saying it publicly because I feel like that's just going to be a security question somewhere. But so I'm a December kid. Um, let's see. That is true. Yeah, the year, yeah. Actually, I'm immortal. Print hit. Okay, so let's check this out. Okay, let's give this a try. Dang, I didn't think this through. Okay, so let's try that again. So how about one? Okay, so let's do 3 times scale, uh, and then let's also do, is it 2? So actions opposite direction from what I wanted. Unfortunate. Why am I like this? Is it because I'm using git pivot instead of? Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna swap this out from PV instance to base part because I don't actually want to use pivot. In fact, where have I been using PV? I've been using that anywhere in here. Okay, because PV instance would actually cause me a bit of a headache here. So now that forces me to use the humanoid util get humanoid root part. Okay, so that because the pivot is actually at the base of the character. What? Hold up. Why is it doing that? What? I saved it. I'm doing something weird, aren't I? Okay, so origin get pivot times data dot offset. Okay, let me just do a sanity check here. There it is. Okay, yeah. Okay, we're going to go maybe a little, maybe take a step backwards in terms of the functionality. Okay, so we're going to use .cframe instead of get pivot because the pivot for the humanoid root part is at its feet. And that's not something we really need that much help with, though it could be useful in the future. Um, okay, so I feel like that's not exactly what we want. Hmm. Let's let's actually just make this a bit easier on ourselves. So we're just going to put this in the sky instead of making it relative to the camera. And that should hopefully keep things relatively static. That does mean we have to find it. Okay, that's okay. So this should make things a little bit easier to, okay, so let's include 2 more things for this. We're going to have a delay, lifetime. Okay, so delay, um, number, lifetime number. Okay, so delay equals delay, delay or 0. Lifetime equals lifetime or 0. And so that should lead to some cooler stuff. So, all right. So let's also add an isDead check here. So local isDead equals false. Made. Beautiful. Then we're going to do if data.delay, then isDead. Also, let's just keep our lives easier by freezing this. That'll just return it, right? Okay, we're going to have to go through and fix that. Okay, so if table.delay is over 0, then task.delay, data.delay, function isDead is equal to true. No, that's not right. If isDead, no, if not isDead, then we do hitbox.parent equals workspace. Else, hitbox.parent equals workspace. It's easy. So now we have to do a lifetime check where if, so much easier. Yeah. Instead of destroying the hitbox, we're actually just going to destroy the maid. Let's see. Sounds like we're having some Star Wars references. Always welcome. Okay, so from there, okay, so that's a bit easier. What else is there? So hitbox.touched connect. Okay, so let's go back into the sword. I'm going to add a callback for the animation. Animation data on finish. Actually, no, let's not overcome it. We're just going to have a basic lifetime delay. This doesn't need to be the perfect system. We're just gonna do it that way. Okay, so hitbox data.new. So we want it to delay for like 0.3 seconds and then last for maybe another like 0.6. How does that look? That's not bad. Okay, so we're going a little bit too far out. So let's go to 4, maybe like 2.5, and then the width, we're going to reduce that to 3. Okay, so let's try that again. We can probably make that wider. One cool thing is when I save, it just auto reruns the code. I feel like it should only work for like if you are a little bit farther away, you know? Like I don't feel like this is something that should just, it's not bad. And probably get a little bit better with the don't need to have it be as wide. Okay, so that should be pretty good. Okay, so let's actually add weight to everything scale wise, so that like if you're twice as big, you're twice as slow. That seems like it could be pretty good. Let's see. Okay, so how about 1 divided by scale? Um, this looks pretty good. It's a little bit high, isn't it? Okay, so let's go to offset this a little bit more. See how that looks. Okay, that's pretty good. What's up? Sorry, I'm sorry. Um, what have I told you that my father is a bald documented police officer and superhero? That my father is. Well, I would be shocked to hear that. My dad's a computer programmer. Yes, this is pretty good. We can get like a better one long term, but for the most part, I don't mind this. Okay. Yay. So now, um, let's see. Damage util.luau, import header, util, function util.on, damage hit. Or what's called this impact util instead. On blunt, so on slice. We should probably include a vector, like a direction for as one of the things for the hitbox. Hitbox, how about hmm, actually not. That'd be silly. We're going to keep the hitbox simple, but we are going to detect for it on this. Huh? Yeah, nope, nope. I unfortunately not that nice. Let's see. So util hit to character, and then we'll return a model. If okay, well we have to have base part. If hit dot okay, let's be specific with this. So parent equals hit dot parent. If parent and parent is a model, return parent. And parent, find first child of class humanoid, then return the parent. Otherwise, return nil. Okay. Hit model. Okay, so slice. Okay, so we're going to have blade velocity going that way. Let's see. Will dancing be added? Uh, I mean, I want to add a bunch of roleplay animations, but I'm not sure we're going to go too overboard with any specific dancing mechanics. Okay, so velocity. Blade velocity. Okay, so how about what was util hit to character hit? Okay, so if character, then we can do some of that. Apply slice function util. Okay, let's make this a let's be a little bit more loyal to our naming conventions. Apply damage. Okay. So the reason that we are doing this is mostly because we want to add functionality later. For example, you might find we might, for example, want to have like, I wouldn't say we're going to have blood effects, but if we wanted to have blood effects, we could put it on the slice part, you know, or like in the damage stuff. Like we want to be able to run all this logic in a similar spot. Okay, so humanoid util. Okay, well I need to import that. Import shared humanoid util. Hit humanoid. Hit. No. Character. Um, okay, so I'm torn because because technically this would trigger for every part that hits the. Okay, how would we prevent like it applying that damage multiple times? Okay, let's return a Boolean every time. And return true if it does something, otherwise return false. Return true, return false. And then we can have sort of a debounce here. So local hit. All right. Local has hit been applied is equal to false. If not, has hit been applied, then okay. So we're gonna add impact util here. Import sub shared power impact util. And then with that, we're going to check has hit been equals apply damage. That's all good. Okay, so let's actually let's wrap this entire area in its own little class. I think that'll be nice. That way we can have constants specific to to all of this. So sword constants local sword base damage was 10. Okay, so we can just get that here. Has hit been applied? Impact detail, apply slice, hit. Okay, so how about what? Vector. Let's see, so it'd be okay, so we're gonna get the humanoid root part. And then from the humanoid root part, we are going to, now that I think about it, if there's a delay, it should only solve the actual. Oh, thank you. Thank you for stopping by, heroes. Let's see. So in the old superhero super could slide around and still do damage when killed. Yeah, yeah. No, superhero life 2's code is a mess. Uh, remember what it would be like to quickly switch between slots from here to civilian. Will you bring that back to superhero life 2? Yeah. I mean, like I'd like to think that we're gonna make some really cool, easy stuff. We're gonna make things a lot more visual and usable for both mobile and PC users, but that's easier said than done. So we've learned a lot since then, and yeah, so we're playing it a bit by ear though. Okay, so let's do so humanoid root part C frame dot two object space dot to world space. Um, how about point to world space? Point to world space. Vector 3 dot new 0. Because we're gonna, okay, so we're gonna have 1, 2. Hmm, trying to think what's the right. Why is it yelling at me? What's wrong with this? It's, okay, so that's a little bit more readable. Let's see, what else is here? Be readable was the wrong word. Local slice speed. So I think we'll just call this like the hit vector or something. Ooh, there's a new study about nerd stuff. I do like nerd stuff. If CJ reads this, he will do a little dance for us. No, fortunately not. It's my girlfriend who's the expert dancer. She uh, she took like 10 years of dance lessons or something. Though for what it's worth, I think the average Brazilian is just a little bit better at dancing than anyone I grew up around. Okay, so hit velocity. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, so let's move them here. Okay, we're going to take this code we wrote and move it to here to hopefully allow for some nice testing. Port service, input service, set in. Beautiful. So now I can literally just spam click it if I want. See, maybe this is the answer you're looking for. This is funny. It's like you're really not sure if you want to do it. Ah, okay. So let's move the target a bit closer. Okay. So how far should the target be? Target offset. Let's make it 4. Then let's save. There it goes. Okay, so that should have checked for some stuff, but let's triple check. If character um, apply damage, apply slice. Okay, so humanoid dot health is over 0, then we do stuff. Slice. Okay, so now let's go back to this. It's pretty good. Okay, so now let's improve how we. Oh yeah, biggest map. Well, okay. In fairness, the Superhero Life 3.5 thing that did have a pretty big map on it. Yeah, that though I guess that never fully released, so it's a tough one. But yeah, I guess of release games, Mortal Metal. Do we count Night Ships? Because Night Ships definitely had the biggest map if we count it. Let's see. Take damage. Okay, so I need to make the hitbox handle that better. So hitbox did. Okay. So for one, C-frame needs to be applied. Okay, so local finish placement. Let's just make the entire thing a. Because what's the point of setting it up beforehand, you know? It just seems like asking for trouble. Okay, so action util, where'd that go? Okay, so here's this. So we can just run fire. So if is dead, then Return. Easy. Let's see what else. Lifetime. So let's try that. So we also want to have a basic hit local function on pre-hit. That makes sense. Okay, so now we're going to put this in here. Will the bow be able to cure diseases like in old Superhero Life 2? Um, that game had some of the funniest bugs, didn't it? Though in fairness, a lot of games do have game development in general just leads to some very silly bugs because it's kind of like real life, but the bugs are just way too ridiculous, you know? Okay. There we go. I feel like there should be like a motion line or something, you know? Like just like have, oh wait, it's hitting. Interesting. And hit. Why is that happening? Look, it's damaging the guy. Why is it doing that? That's fascinating. Yeah, stop hitting yourself. Exactly, exactly. Yeah. What is going on with that? Also, I'm gonna reduce the size of that there. So this hitbox, in theory, should only be, well, let's go back to actions and see what's going on. Okay. If not, has hit been applied? Humanoid root part. get humanoid root part from character. Oh, okay. I need to be a little bit smarter with this. It's because it's only if it's not a descendant of the humanoid root part, it's a descendant of the character, and so it's not detaching it. So I need to actually go a level up. Which get character from hit action util hitbox. So let's actually just load in impact util. Import subshared power impact util. Though let's just shorten that to impact util here. So now and get okay. Then character equals impact util get character from hit if character then um hold on. If origin if character is is ancestor of hit, then return. Okay, that seems right. I could probably move all this character defining up here, but I don't want to necessarily mess up the namespace, not the namespace, the okay, yeah, so you can no longer hit yourself. That's cool. Um, let's see. So let's do a should constants should render is debug render enable. I should have done that. I should have called it this too. Okay, so let me go through and fix that. Okay, that's better. All right, so now we can use the draw package to slice stuff. So apply slice. Um, local vec equals draw dot vector dot position all right, so task dot delay. Okay, so we're going to have to do a cleanup function again. Okay, so local made equals new, though we don't have the made package loaded in, so we should do that. Work package made, and then okay, so made give task, and then we can have it draw this vector. Let's see. Do you think it'll do formatting better this time? Come on. No, line it up. Can I specifically choose a formatter for it? Oh, well. Okay, so we have all that stuff lined there. Um, okay, so apply slice. Oh yeah, we need to hmm, power impact util slice. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, so that's not the right vector to use. Or maybe I should have did I not connect that? Oh no, I just never clean up the made. Okay, I was like, why isn't that cleaning up? Okay, so direction, blade velocity. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so I think I want this to be a bit more. Okay, so let's try this again. So how about, so impact util slice action util. Okay, so impact util take damage. Sorry, my brain's slowing down. Okay, so how about let's change hit velocity a bit. So we're going to instead lerp um, pretty heavily between up vector, local slice normal, go up to 0.8, lerp hrp.cframe dot look vector 0.3. Okay, so hit velocity. Okay, so let's move this over to here. And that way, By speed. Who would win in a fight, Calamaton or the Mortal Metal Giant Robot? The, I think those are called the Goliathans, right? The Goliaths? The Goliaths. Okay. Yeah, probably Calamaton. Just like a fancier robot. I think you should think of the Goliaths kind of like the future equivalent of like a really, really, really good tank or something. Like they're not necessarily meant to be invulnerable, but just a headache. Whereas Calamaton was literally like a natural disaster. So Calamaton would probably win. They're also a bit smaller. Like they're only like about as tall as this building, whereas Calamaton is tall as like these buildings. It's like who would win? Like a really angry raccoon or a bodybuilder? Like not even a really angry raccoon, like a really angry turtle. Like they're not super fast. Dang! Look at that. Okay. That does make me think I'm pushing a little bit too much backwards. So let's try that again. I feel like maybe I should. Okay, so let's try it. Let's think about this. Okay, dead. Why does it no longer hit them when they're dead? It should still hit them when they're dead. You know? Okay. Now let's also do a knockback function util knockback. Or how about let's call that push? Hit base part. Maybe like acceleration. Okay, because then maybe like energy. Okay, let's just put that as energy for now. Um, this one won't have anything to clean up, I don't believe. Okay, so local is dead equals false. Cast delay 0.2. If not is dead, then Do that. And I believe it should look pretty good. Okay, so now push. Oh, the necrobots, those are really cool. The undead cyborgs. Honestly, the character design in that game was goated. That was just a fun game. Uh, in terms of just like the world building, at least. I know the game itself didn't have that great a core loop, but yeah, the what's 9 plus 10? 9, 10? Ah, yes, the JavaScript answer. Um, let's see, who would win in a fight? Okay, I think I answered that. Zone asks, will there be ways to battle damage our suits? There will probably be ways to put like textures on them. I don't know, once mesh deformation, like the editable mesh stuff becomes a thing, that becomes a lot more realistic, but until then it's kind of hard to say, you know? Um, hmm. Well, yeah, but like the thing is like with a mask, like if you look at a mask, okay, check this out. So in real life, like when something breaks, you have okay, so where's an asset? Do I have a single item here? Customizables, costume, mask. Okay, let's take a look at the mask for a second. Okay, so if we check this out. Now, in terms of adding damage, I think we can agree what would look cool, like if this part like tore or something. But then if we actually look at that, you'll see that the triangles here, this is actually a pretty low triangle thing. So in terms of tearing it, like let's say we delete one of these triangles, like delete a few of these triangles, it doesn't necessarily look like a clean thing, Like actually making a battle damage thing wouldn't be something we could really automate. And that would mean that it would slow down actually adding new assets a lot because we'd have to make custom modifications for every single like mask thing. So yeah, like I'm not opposed to having some kind of battle damage stuff, but for the most part, texturing, like adding like dirt or something to a item is probably going to be easier than having it, be textured, be like damaged in combat. So that I would like to, but it is a pretty hard thing to make reusable. Well, that's the thing because what would you rather have, I guess? Twice as many like masks or the current or like a normal number of masks with battle damage support? I think battle damage is cool. I think for the most part that people would prefer to have twice as many masks, because yeah, that's what I'm thinking because like that's just in terms of like an effort thing, it's about, you it's an efficiency game, and unfortunately, battle damage it's just really hard to make that efficient right now. So we'll see. I'm always going to be looking for cool ways to make like your environment look more reactive. Like one thing we could do is have you like kind of have like a damaged like thing, like you like walk with a limp or something when you're hurt, or like like add like different dirt marks and like areas like that. That's more doable. I don't know about mesh stuff. That's where becomes a bit heavier. And it's not impossible, but we're gonna have to play that by ear. Um, okay, so let's see. So that looks pretty good. Um, what else? I guess adding a I don't know if I'll ever need to do this part, but I guess it's good to have set up. Energy. Um, I think for the most part, the pushes should always be more. Okay, so let's change this from here to here. Okay, so now we'll have one for push. And we're going to make that, we're going to change how we do these. So we're going to have this one be like 0.2 and then be like 0.8. In fact, let's not have an upward one at all. Let's just make it the look vector combined with that. Okay, so now let's see. Okay, we have access to the characters. So humanoid root part, get mass. Um, dang. Okay, that applies it pretty roughly. Okay, so let's okay, so let's only do this one if let's only do this part once. We don't want them to be pushed back with every single uh, with every single contact necessarily. We want okay, so let's also we want it to be applied to their to like the center local hit character equals power impact util hit character from hit if hit if hit character then and maybe we should actually enforce that at the function level. So let's have this be a character instead. And then we'll just work within that character. Local. Okay. All right. So I think that's pretty good. We might, I don't know. We'll see. Let's see how this looks. Nice. Okay. That's not bad. So not exactly a topic we want to necessarily have on stream, though true. It is definitely true. Uh, okay. Primary. So let's just do primary part. Apply impulse energy. Um, okay. Divided by primary part. Get mass. This is pretty good. Okay. Looking pretty nice. You ate the moon? That's not good. That's not good for your diet. Very few nutritionists recommend eating the moon. Okay, so we have this looking all right. Question is, should we make them do like a okay, so stun knockback. Okay, cool. Okay, but this looks pretty good. Um, mm, let's just make this a private function for a moment. Function basic slash or something, you know. Mm, I'm torn on this function because on the one hand, I don't want to have a bunch of duplicate code. On the other hand, I don't want to lock myself into like a very specific type of thing. Hmm. Okay. How about okay, target didn't end up meaning anything in this case. Okay. Hmm. Thank you, Zone. I appreciate it. Who asked the question? You or your girlfriend? Um, hard to say because let's see. I told her that I was ready to date pretty quickly, but she didn't want to date. Um, I think we both fell in love with each other before we started dating, though I did say I love you first, as she likes to brag about. But she said I love you before she was willing to date me, which I thought was very silly. I don't know, like, for the most part, like, yeah, yeah, CJ Lore, yeah, new CJ Lore just dropped. Hmm. But yeah, I mhm. I'm just happy she said yes. Mhm. Du-du-du. Okay, so activate. Hmm. Like a lot of this code is mostly just boilerplate. Hmm. Slash. Okay, I guess yeah. So let's move on to the to I guess the next ones. Um, hmm. Okay, I've made a decision. Okay, we're going to function slash. We're going to do this, but we're going to allow ourselves to define the animation. Um, okay, so the animation is equal to, see what, where's asset util at? Assets, there it is. Okay, animation is equal to right slash left slash. Okay, so we're gonna have some basic types. Okay, so animation, now local nations is equal to asset, power assets dot animations knife jab, power assets dot animations dot knife slash, power assets dot animations dot right slash, power assets dot animations dot left slash. Okay, so were there any other ones? Power shot, movement, headshot, wall climbing. Okay, these should be pretty good. Okay, so animations. Mm, so now what we're going to do is we're going to move all of this to here, where the animation will play using this. I'm just going to, all right, so, okay, so I was try format document with, Let's go to preferences. Okay, so sorry, I need this. I need the document formatting to work. Control Shift P. Why is that not in here? It's in the old one. So file preferences settings. All right, so file preferences settings. Okay, so file default formatter. Okay, so Luau language server seems to support one. I want to go to Stylua. All right, I'm just going to go with Luau language server on the assumption that, we copy setting as JSON. Let's just put that in the settings in case I change my mind later. All right. Let's try again. Dang it. Stylua. Okay, that's better. At least that kind of worked. Okay. Are we getting closer to the end of the Superhero F2 Remaster live streams? I mean, I guess theoretically in the sense that at some point they will probably end, and every day we get closer to that day. But I'm not sure it'll necessarily be soon, you know? I think that for the most part, I've enjoyed this. Though, I might start doing, there might be times where I do more work, outside of the, what's it called? There might be parts where I do more work outside of the, also modified elsewhere. Workspace. Or copy setting as JSON. Very nice. Okay. So ignore that. So I can just editor. Okay. Cool. So we can just save that. Close. Okay, so close that. Yay. Why is it yelling at me? Don't yell at me. How long is the stream? So today we're actually streaming for 3 hours. You'll never guess from the title. But yeah, I think that for the most part, oh my goodness, that's actually kind of awful looking. Okay, let's try this again. Collapse simple statement, call parentheses. So let's try that. Ooh, I don't like that. I know that technically that's what I asked for, but it hurts. Okay, fine. I have accepted my fate. Okay, whatever. Point is, so looking back at this, we have, okay, so we have a slash animation. What is it? So return slash character scale. Perfect. Thank you, Copilot. A plus. Good job. Okay, so now we have to find the slash animation. We're going to replace that animation with all right, so now let's see how this looks when we actually run it. For the most part, it seems like it's still hitting the same aspects, but let's see. So let's have it print the name every time, so we can get a feel for. Okay, so okay, so let's get the local function get push vector get knock back normal and okay, so if animation. Okay, so this is what we did for the previous knockback. So let's put this in. Hey there, Real Dragon King. How's it going? Get melee knockback normal. Anyway, so else and cf.look vector. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, so we're going to have it, so we're going to have the look vector, the push vector, we're going to have that be solved dynamically with the animation and hrp.cframe. Okay, so the get melee knockback. So now we have to get the slice normal. A normal in this case refers to like a direction, like pointing up, down, left, or right, except it also includes the length of that direction. Or in the case of a normal, that length is always 1. So it's good for determining, using like as a base direction for how far you want to push someone before you put in the length of how far you want to push them. Oh, I'm sorry you had a rough day, King. Keep your head up. I I don't know how many more bad days you're gonna have to go through, but there are definitely gonna be some good days too. So keep looking forward to those. Um, okay, so okay. Okay, so cf.upVector, cf.right, cf.lookVector. That looks pretty good, I'd say. Um, all right, so I think what we've actually been training it on is knife slash. Okay. Um, okay. So now let's do this. So local knockback normal is equal to this. If knockback normal, then okay. So now local push normal, or no, slice normal. Come on, you can guess it. I believe in you. Sorry, I guess I'll just do it manually, like some kind of peasant with no AI. Okay. Of course, King. It's the least I can do. Okay. Let's try this. Okay. Okay. I'm going to do some ranges on this. We're probably going to have to refactor this at some point, but for now, we're just going to be normal about it. Hey there, Brooklyn. I'm doing all right. I'm just, working, making, hopefully, a good weapon system. So yeah, right now we have these different animations. Okay, so let's choose a different one to Let's go through this one at a time. So we have knife slash. Okay. Let's also it's just so local R cf dot right vector, local cf dot look vector, local UV equals cf dot up vector. Okay, that should be about all we need, right? UV L RV LV LV. Okay, so that seems right. But I feel like okay, so let's actually make a something called like util dot melee, and then we will add that to here and see how much we can sort of layer this together. Okay, so animations, and now we can move these up into here, cleaning things up a little bit. And allowing for more of a control flow. Um, Sometimes I don't know what I'm saying. Let's see. Just one. So we'll just put so speed is equal to 1 there. Animation. Okay, so scale, handle, animation, sound. Let's add a few more of these. Okay, so that's all of that. So then we can put the speed there, and let's let's do knife jab. Yeah, we broke our test because we removed this. So that should fix it. Hey there, Ryan. How's it going? Yeah, right now I'm working on the weapon system. Believe it or not, this one just got Wi-Fi. Oh yeah, because you're going on an adventure. Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear. Glad to hear. The right now I am um let's see. Oh no, I shouldn't have been messing with those. Whoops. All right, right now I am going through and trying to make a functional weapon system, like using like functions only. Now, trying to avoid state when possible. Just because my thinking is it'll be a lot easier to layer them if I break it down into smaller little like things that clean themselves up, and also it'll be easier to replicate them. We'll see how good this idea ends up being though, because as far as I can tell, this isn't the most normal approach, but I'm liking it so far. Like let me show you. Um, Basically, so let's so RV times 0.2. So I have a sword right now, and maybe a little bit more this way. Stop. This is cruel. No, it's for science, Rex. It's for science. Yeah, but basically the what is it? -3 times. Yeah, so I have all these. So I'm constructing a hitbox. Um, where okay, so all of this stuff, this entire slash sequence is basically just playing an animation. It's funny because when I set it out like this, it doesn't actually look like it's saving me that much code, but it's doing a lot of stuff. And for example, all like it's playing sounds, it's doing the animation, it's constructing a handle, and it's binding all of this to a single attack sequence, which when it hits you, um, you know, goes through and actually let's function on hit. Let's just move this out to here because why not? Um, okay. Yeah, but the whole idea is to unlimited character slots. Well, unfortunately, that one's more of a data density issue. We'll definitely be able to increase the number of character slots, but nothing truly is unlimited. Um, hmm, I shouldn't have complicated this so much. Oh well. Um, Point is, we have yeah. So character slots are good. I've made right now we've made a lot of efficiency gains with how characters are stored. So we're probably gonna be able to store a couple hundred. You know, like it's not infinite, but it's like a major increase for the most part, I'd say. You know. Okay. So function get melee knockback equate vector. Okay. Mm, okay. So knockback. Okay. I don't want to incorporate weight into this. Let's just accept that it's going to return a unit-ish thing. Okay, so knife jab, I have that be like 0.3. Okay, everyone good at this? Okay, how about let's also change how it renders impact to be um, to not be based on to not normalize by the mass. I think that's holding us back. Um, Literally finite. Yeah. Functionally infinite, yes. Well, as I said, I'm trying to make functional code. The so yeah, it's it's going okay in terms of actually handling everything. My main hesitation right now is I've made some pretty good lower level systems. It's just trying to figure out how I want to organize it to reduce the amount of like repeated stuff. And I think for now, I'm just kind of doing like a hierarchy of functions. Like all of the melee code has some functions. All of the sword slash code has access to specific things. Like it's not so much, it's not perfect, but I think for now it's scaling okay. Not not a huge fan with let's see. So I have so we have knife slash down or knife jab. What does knife jab look like in terms of the okay. That's okay. I do know about the suit glitch. I'm thankful for it even. It added a lot of functionality at a time when I was not a good enough developer to recognize its value. Luckily, though, I was lazy enough to not get in the way of it. Let's see what else. Okay, get melee slice normal. Function get contact weight from hmm, it's a headache. This is a headache. Okay, so we have knife jab. Okay, so let's go to right slash. Okay, so we want right slash to go. Okay, so right slash. Okay, but we need to flip that. That's better. Okay. So how do I want it to handle? I guess we should kind of go in a downward angle. I should utilize the down vector more. I see that looks a little bit better. Okay, so let's also do that for here, except we're going to make it a little bit more clearly going to the right for the actual impact. In fact, let's make it go a little bit more down for the spray. Okay. Will there be slots for damaged suits? Well, there will be different slots for, having like reskin versions of it. Like, you know how Iron Man has all those different armor colors, or Spider-Man, or even like Batman. Like, just all these different characters have like various suits for the same underlying character for different situations. And so I'm going to be building in support for like having different outfits that you can easily switch to for a specific character. That is where actually a lot of the character saves will go, towards just the denser aspects like that. But can we get domain expansion? No, that's somebody else's problem. I am not making that kind of game. Though Jujutsu Kaisen is Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm overthinking it. It's a very good anime. Kind of depressing though. Like, it's kind of like when my girlfriend watches The Handmaid's Tale. Like, I can understand, okay, they did a pretty good job on this, but also like, is that really what I want to watch right now? You know, it's like, maybe we'll see. Okay, so there are just so many hype moments from the show, Jujutsu Kaisen. Not Handmaid's Tale. I wouldn't say that show's known for hype moments. But dang, these are actually kind of brutal. Okay, so let's make this a bit more. Okay, I'm getting local function get impact weight animation number. Okay, so let's try this again. So return 1, return 1.25, return 1, return 0.4, return 0.75. Okay, so get impact weight. Okay, so then from here, we're going to change this back to normal. That's going to knock back, get knock back normal. Uh, times get impact weight animation. All right. Beautiful. Okay, so I think we've got most of those figured out. Let's chain them all together, and we should have something that looks pretty nice. We should probably mess with the hitbox a bit more. But for the most part, I think this is looking pretty good. Is there a lower reason for Roblox being down? Oh, is that what's happening right now? Could not fetch package. I've been seeing this error for a bit, and I was wondering what's going on with that. Looks like Roblox is down. And this is why I do my work offline. It is literally not affecting me at all because my entire workflow is in VS Code. No, it'll probably affect me more eventually. It's just, yeah. Um, let's see. Get impact weight. I'll probably change some of these from functions to like things eventually, but also maybe not. Let's see. Impact weight. What else should I do? What else should I do? Slice normal. So local impact weight, we can just solve that at beforehand. Okay. Aha. Take this and this and this. Okay. Um, okay, so we should now modify it so that the hitboxes are a bit more, a little bit smarter. Okay, so function get hitbox. No, but that's going to be hard to do with. That's going to be hard to do with. Hmm. Let's see. Hey, congrats on your Fortnite win zone. Um, I mean, for the most part, I think this isn't too like that. It mostly covers it, you know. Like we shouldn't overthink the hitbox too much. Maybe I should make it a little bit taller, you know. So slash size, so 1.5 probably. Okay, cool, cool. That is cool. He's already. Sorry, Rex. Sorry, Rex. Yeah, our resident NPC rights advocate, making sure we stay within inside, federal NPC regulations. Yeah, let's see, can we get a bomb? Eventually, yes. We're probably going to have some kind of explosion handler at some point. Okay, what else? Uh, what else? What else? I guess we should make a version of this that supports different handles. Maybe. I don't know. That one's tough. Okay, let me try decoupling the impact again. Function get on hit. I don't know. This might just be something that's just going to be a bit code heavy because I want to. Okay, so function new handle. This is getting so messy. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to accept my limits that this is as far as I can reasonably put the sword. This is as non-code as I should make it for now. Okay. Let's print animation fire. I see you on me. What did I do wrong? Ah, wait. Okay, just a second. I need to modify the. I need to make it select that animation again. So let's see. Where's the animation selected? Okay. Local animation equals. Yay! All right. This is pretty good. Sword base damage. That reminds me, we should have the sword base damage vary with the impact. So sword speed, sword base damage. That's pretty good. Sword base damage. Sword speed. And also let's just make this slash instead. Fire, because we want to keep it, we don't want to start having standardized names because not every weapon, like we might have one weapon which has two core actions rather than just one. Everyone's getting a blockbuster bomb in their house? Oh no. Let's see. Let's see. This is what happens when we stream for 3 hours. We start Fed posting. Okay, the um, function util hmm, dot sword hmm. Actually, I'm going back on my word. I'm going to make a few more private functions. We're going to have one for the handle. Function new handle scale. Okay, so character model scale number. Whoops, forgot to finish that. Okay, so local made equals made.new. Return function destroy. Okay, so that is pretty good. So from here, all we got to do is that. And then we can do the same thing here. Function, so function. So now okay, so let's get this going. Animation, melee animations. No, we want to go to power assets.animations. What is it? Sheathing? I don't think I have an unsheathing one. Oh well. Um, priority. Enum dot nation priority. Action. What would this be? I guess action is like priority action two. Um, then we can do the same thing here with the sound. So slash sound, sheath sound, speed, sword speed. Okay, so local is dead equals false. Task.delay 0.2 times sword speed function. Oh, I don't know. We don't really need sword speed for this one. Just going to time it. Okay, so is dead. So delay sword speed. If not is dead, may destroy. Close, but no. We are going to apply the handle. And so, oh, you hit a home run yesterday? Congrats. Good job. Yeah, I played baseball a bit as a kid. I never hit a home run though. I was mostly I also played soccer when I was in high school. Actually, from like soccer was really my sport for a long time. Like just consistently after, I tried basketball, lasted one season, played baseball, lasted like 3 or 4 seasons, then soccer. Um, and soccer was like 12 to 14 seasons, but I was not good at it. I was an, I was an, I was not the worst defender ever, but I don't think anyone would say I was like a great player. What was my benefit was I was scary looking because I was tall and could run surprisingly fast for a tall person, but I couldn't turn for anything. Like I could run at you, get across the field in like, 5 seconds. But then if you just went to your left a little bit, I would run past you. You know, there's no real way to turn to the side. So usually I was more used for scare tactics than anything actually, you know, game changing. Let's see. Uh, module dot melee dot sword dot equip character one. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, I am going to actually add a callback for when the sounds um, play. Sound data fire on sound start. Though we don't necessarily need these to exist. Okay, so on sound start, on sound finish, on sound play. Okay, so fire, animation, data fire, on play, on stop. Okay. Okay, so if we should have a delay in there. Is there a delay in there? Does animation data support delays? I don't think delays should be supported at this level. That sounds like it would be messy. You should just delay it when you want to do it, you know? Like I think that's just asking for a lot of mess. Okay. What is it yelling at me for? Oh, it's because I never hooked these up. Okay. Well, so that means on sound play. So on sound finish. Okay. Or how about on sound stop? Um, okay. So made give task sound dot stop connect. Made. What about sound dot? What other are there? Is there one for when it's just makes it to the end without stop? Like so stopped, resume, played, paused. Pod ended. Okay. On sound is complete. Okay. On sound stop. On sound stop is complete. Okay. Okay, so we have this and this. I don't know why I'm overcomplicating this so much. Maybe it's just my destiny. Okay, so made. Come on, you can guess it. It's pattern recognition. Come on, I believe in you. Beautiful, beautiful. Boot is complete. Boolean. False is true. Hold up. Is it dot ended when it finishes playing? This seems suspicious. Okay, I am just going to bool. Okay, so local is ended equals false, is ended equals true. If is ended, then complete. If is ended and stop, then okay. So that should work, right? Okay. Okay, so I should remove delay, but not time offset. Okay, so then over here, that should have broken some stuff. Okay, so let's try this again. So we have, okay, so all right, so how about let's do this too. Priority. Um, hmm, equip on equip on finish is, what did I say for the other ones? Wasn't complete, was it? Looped on stop on, okay. So on finish invoke. Okay, so on finish invoke. Complete equals false. So now the animation though, um, and then with that, so on finish invoke is complete. Sorry to hear that, Bram. Unfortunately, this stream might be about to stop as well. So, but thank you for stopping by. Let's see. I'm just going to finish my current thought. If it's complete, then. However, if it's dead, okay. So then for here, we could have on destroy. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So this one, until we have an idle one next time, we're going to have to use this as the first thing it does. So let's see how this looks. Where are you? There you are. Okay, that looks pretty good. Am I doing something weird with the speed? Because it sounds very odd. Volume, speed, time, offset. I don't know why I want to offset that. Let's try this again. Okay. So yeah, it's working pretty good, I think. Function, util, melee, sword, idle. So yeah, I'm definitely becoming a fan of these sort of on finish invoke pattern. Feels good. Um, but yeah, okay. I feel like I should automate it, you know? Made is complete. Okay, so function is complete equals is if okay is dead, then return end. Okay, so we're gonna think of a better way to think that through long term, but most part, I think that's pretty good. All right, well, that'll be all for tonight. Thank you all very much for stopping by. I understand what you mean, Bram. Yeah, I've been getting these weird errors in my output log for the last hour or so. I don't know what they messed up, but I'm sure there'll be an interesting story for some poor engineer. All right, well, thank y'all. This has been a great 3 hour stream. I might stream tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what my Friday night plans are, but it'll probably only be a 2 hour stream if it shows up, you know. Um, but yeah, thank y'all, and I will uh see you next time. All right, peace.